Well, hi. I just thought that it would be really cool to show you a little bit about a process that I'm going through during this COVID-19 break, this quarantine break. It's given me some time to really explore a whole new medium. I'm used to working in alcohol inks and I love them, but I also love acrylics, and I've been very inspired by some other artists lately online, Jane Davies in particular. And so I thought, well, this is time. I'm home, I'm in my studio, I don't have teaching, I don't have shows. And I've been working on my website, which I did just launch a new site. And I just thought it would be a good time for me to explore deeper collage and acrylics. I've been thinking a lot about, I want to create art that's meaningful to me. And I don't want to just, at this point, just kind of put things down and work intuitively, although that's really where I end up going. But I want to start at the base with something in my heart. And so I had a house in northern Michigan, my parents did, for many years. Since I was 5 years old, my dad built it. And when my mother passed away a few years ago, I had to sell it. And it was really hard because I had grown up there my whole life and I loved it so much. And it was on a lake called Mullet Lake. And I think I have the shirt on right now. I can't believe it. That's kind of weird. That was not planned. It's just my happy place. And so I thought I'm going to do a collage that has elements of that. It's not going to be a painting of the house and the lake and everything, but it's going to have elements of that. And so I started off by just sketching and thinking about the house, thinking about my mom always had these 3 pots of geraniums, and so here's geraniums. There's the dock, kind of this hatch mark. There's the rocky shoreline, and then there was this tree that just dipped into the water. The roof of the house was shaped like a barn, and so that kind of shape. And so as I just kind of sketched down all these ideas of marks and patterns that I would know what they were, whether anybody else did or not, I thought that would be a cool place to start. And then I did some sketches of just kind of arrangements loosely. And I'm sure that my finished pieces will look nothing like this. But here's just some sketches of some different, using the elements, kind of ways I could maybe put some collage papers down and paint, and ideas of colors when I think of up north, the colors that I think of. So I did those sketches, and then what I did is I came in and I got my jelly plate out and I got a whole bunch of paints, and I started to create just these awesome kind of collage papers that I can use. I can rip them and use them. So this kind of reminds me that I did a whole bunch of Rocky. They're all actually hanging up here. I did a lot, so I have a lot to choose from. I want to do a whole series about probably about three to five pieces. This kind of reminds me of the trees. There's the kind of dark woodsy trees. I even did some on tissue paper. So there's kind of the dock shape, the 3 pots. This is just like foliage. And then I did a little bit on the blues, and this is kind of water. So I'm not really sure exactly how I'm going to use all these papers. I have a lot of them. But now what I'm going to do is start to kind of put them all together. And I'm going to do it on wood panel. I always tape the edges of my wood panels so that as I'm collaging and things are going on, I don't have to worry too much about getting paint on the edges. I'll probably end up painting these edges either gold or black, depending what I like best. But and this is just regular painter's tape, and I use this. I use these boards a lot to mount my alcohol inks, and then put resin on them as a way to finish them, to coat them. So after I finish doing a couple boards like this, I'm going to start on my process of kind of putting the paint down and the collage down and ripping it up, and that's when I work intuitively. Then it's just free reign. Who knows what it's going to look like? I really find that the more I get out of the way and just let it go, the better the piece. So the more I lose myself with music and thoughts and just kind of keep working, and at some point I start to overguess it, I'll set it aside. But that's what I'm going to do. So I hope you follow me and enjoy it. Thanks.